Are you a business coach, a business consultant, or perhaps even a mentor, and you are trying to find a way to conduct your coaching sessions in a more effective way? In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 great questions to use when coaching clients. My name is Desmond, and since 2014, I've been coaching, mentoring, and helping business owners as well as thousands of individuals to develop their high income skills that I learned from my mentor, Dan Locke, as well as from other mentors over the years that I've surrounded myself with, multimillionaires, billionaires, thought leaders, influencers. And in this channel, what I do is I share the thoughts and the lessons that I've learned from these mentors. I did not create these myself. In fact, I always give credit to my mentors. So stick on all the way to the end of this video. I'm gonna give you 7 great questions that you can ask your clients in order to have effective sessions. So before we get into the 7 questions, I want to give you some pro tips. First of all, make sure that whatever coaching methodology, you have something that's structured, it's formal. Whether you have a once a week, a once a month, maybe it's bi-weekly that you're meeting with your clients. Have a fixed time that you don't change or deviate from. If you're meeting every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on Zoom, make sure you stick to that schedule. Make sure you manage your expectations with your clients and let them know that your time is important. Because you'll notice some clients will actually cancel a lot with you. They'll be late. And part of being a coach or a business consultant is that you communicate effectively about how they respect your time and when you're gonna have meetings. In fact, for most of my clients, I will always have a very simple rule. Within a quarter, that's 3 months. If you change the schedule, if you request a time change or a date change more than 2 times, so that's 12 sessions. If I'm doing once a week, if they request more than 2 changes, I'll be having a discussion with them. That's a red flag that lets me know that something is off. Jumping into the questions. When we get on those calls, I will generally give them a framework. Several of you already have taken other coaching courses and you've got different frameworks. I'm gonna just share with you the ones that I normally ask them. Question number 1, what were your wins? What did you accomplish? What did you do to feel productive? It's a very high level question, but it starts off the coaching call with a positive. So I will generally ask them to rank it on a scale of 1 to 10. Initially, it's very subjective, but I'll ask them to give me a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being, it's been a phenomenal week. I feel I've been productive. I feel I've been getting things done. The things we talked about before are getting done. I've cleaned up messes in my life. That's a 10. Versus a 0. Completely horrible week. Someone in my family passed away. I'm going through a personal family divorce or something's going on in my life. Someone cheated me. Some trauma is happening in their life and they got nothing done. See, because when I will ask my clients, I'll say, was your week productive? Before we get started, do you feel that you got your things done? And they'll say, yeah, it's been a good week. Well, a good week what? Like a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10? So that'll be the first question that I ask them. Second question. Now I dive into a little bit more of the meat and potatoes. I'll say, what specifically did you accomplish in the last week? Now, this is assuming my cadence is a once a week touch point. I don't necessarily meet with them on Zoom once a week. Some of my clients I meet with only once a month on Zoom, and the rest of the time, week 1, 2, and 3, they're sending me just a text message or an email with an update, or I have a form that they fill in and they're providing me with an update. It's a simple 5-minute report that I can read and find out where they're at. So the 3 questions that I put into that as a framework is number 1, what did you accomplish specifically in the last 7 days or in the last period? In that, I will ask them, if you had goals that you had set, give me numbers. Don't just say, oh, I was busy and I got a lot of things done. I cleaned up my messes. No, be very specific. I cleaned up my garage. I did my taxes. I was able to spend some time training my sales reps and I did 3 one-on-ones versus 1 one-on-one, which is what I used to do. Give me something very specific, concrete in what you accomplished last week. Number 2, second question is, what do you plan to accomplish in this week? Now, there's a great book out there called The Productivity Project by Chris Bailey. And one of the key tips that he talks about in that book is finding 1 to 3 things that you can accomplish either in a day or within a week. And if you can do that as humans, when we feel that we're making progress, accomplishing something, that is when we move forward. See, it's very important for you as a business consultant or as a coach that when you're working with clients, especially within the first 90 days, that they feel that they're making progress, that they're getting something done, even small wins. Because as humans, we want to feel like we're growing. If you can get your client to accomplish small wins, clean up things in their life, get things done, they will generally stay with you longer, which is what we as coaches or business consultants need to really dive deeper into the more advanced things. We know that the bigger wins and bigger achievements don't normally always happen within the first 90 days. We need them to survive long enough past the 90 days in order for us to give them the more advanced tactics, the more advanced strategies, the more advanced mindset. So how do you keep them around for that first 90 days is getting them to focus on 1 to 3 critical things that they need to get done within this week. We're all busy individuals. In fact, I'm willing to bet that your client right now, you have 1 or 2 clients, maybe even more. And one of the common objections or excuses you might hear is, oh, but Desmond, I'm just so busy. Oh, I've got the kids and I've got this work and I've got this project and I just got so many things. It is our job, it is our responsibility as the coach, as the mentor, as the business consultant to help them narrow and focus their priorities. What are those 3 things that they need to get done? Now, why is that important? Because when you get to the next week or the next reporting period, guess what? Question number 2, what did you get done? I want to know whether or not they got those 1 to 3 things done. So it's looking back in the past, and then I'm looking at this next 7 days. You as the coach, as a business consultant, we're gonna hold them accountable. See, people don't like to be micromanaged, but I can guarantee you that A players, they love to be held accountable. So if you're working with a client who sees themselves as an A player, they're a joy to work with, they will usually enjoy being held accountable. Now, what could those 3 things be? It could be something that's income producing. It could be cleaning up a mess in their life. Now, what are messes in their life? Messes could be emotional messes. Messes could be financial messes. Messes could be something even physical, like their room, their house, the clutter that they have. It is things that they've had on their to-do list that they have not done for a long time, and that takes up mental bandwidth. So helping them to clean up messes in their life will actually help them to progress. When they can declutter their mind, if they're emotionally in a mess, you're helping them to get that in order. That will help them to be more productive and produce results. Financial results, promotions at their jobs, getting results in their company, helping them to scale their company, whatever it is, you want them to clean up those messes. Question number 4, what challenges are you having? What lack of clarity, lack of resources, lack of skills are you lacking? How can I help out? So this is where you as the business coach, as the business consultant, this is where we practice active listening. We're gonna be listening to what challenges they're having. Is it a resource challenge? Lack of time, lack of money, lack of organization? Is it lack of clarity? Maybe they're not very clear as to what they need to be focusing on. And is it a lack of skill? Do they need to go read a book, take a course, improve in an area? Perhaps they're bad at finances and they don't want to hire a bookkeeper or an accountant. Maybe they need to learn some basic skills. Maybe they need to learn how to use Zoom or Skype to get online and do some meetings online. So you want to spend that time, and during that time you're actively listening, and you want to ask them some critical questions as well. Question number 5. This is very critical. Question number 5 is now where we're drilling into if they've made a goal or something that they wanted to get done, something that was absolutely critical to feel productive, and they didn't get it done. I would actually ask them what happened. Now, these 3 questions, the next 3 I'm going to give you, were actually taught to me by Alex Mandossian. That's why I introduced Alex Mandossian at the start. Alex Mandossian has helped thousands of individuals around the world. In fact, collectively, he has helped his clients to generate over $417 million in revenue just from his coaching. So I learned a lot from his coaching, and I'm just sharing some of the tips that he has coached me on to coach you. The next question, question number 6, is what should have happened? He would say, Desmond, what should have happened? And the last question he would ask me is, how do you plan to make it right? So let me review the 7 questions with you again. Start off by talking about wins. Did they feel that their week was productive? Did they feel that they got some of their goals? Did they feel that they're moving forward on a scale of 1 to 10? Question number 2, what did you get specifically accomplished in the last reporting period, last 7 days? And more so drilling in on the 1 to 3 things that they were supposed to have gotten done last week. Question number 3 would be, what are you going to be focusing on this week? What are the 3 critical things you want to focus on in order to feel that you're productive? Question number 4, what challenges are you having? What lack of clarity, what lack of resources, skills are you missing out on? Question number 5, when they didn't accomplish something, what happened? Question number 6, what should have happened? And question number 7, how do they plan to make it right? Now, if you apply these questions in your next coaching session? Comment below, let me know how effective it's been. You can always go check out, I'll post in the links in the description below, Alex Mandossian's YouTube channel, I'll post Dan Locke's YouTube channel. Go ahead and check them out. They're phenomenal mentors. They've been giants in their space, and I stand on the shoulders of giants. Now I bring that information to you. In the next video, I'm going to talk about learn, do, and teach. So stick around, subscribe to the channel, and check that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that I release, as I'm going to share with you great tips on how to be a professional business consultant, a business coach, and succeed with helping your clients succeed better. I'll see you in the next video.